Hello everyone, my name is Shweta Ratnpura. I'm a 22-year-old graphic designer and I studied from the National Institute of Design. I believe I was given the opportunity to speak here today because I represented India in the World Skills competition and I proudly brought back home a bronze medal. So let me just share a little snippet of one of the favorite memories of my life with you.
And now for graphic design technology. In graphic design technology, the bronze medal goes to Shweta Ratnpura, India. The silver medal goes to Martin Joseph Strife, Austria. And the silver medal goes to Corentin Echivar, France. And the gold medal goes to Yi Ting Lao, Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, the labor has got no boundaries.
So, looking at this video, I still get goosebumps because this was really special for me. Carrying the Indian flag on that platform in front of thousands of people was an amazing experience. The journey with World Skills started more than a year ago, where India Skills had approached my college for the selection rounds. These selection rounds are very similar to how sports goes on, where it's first from your college or your city level, then from your state, then regionals, and then finally nationals. So I'd gotten selected from my college. They were picking 2 students for each round. I went on to the regionals, and I slowly went on, and I was the silver medalist in nationals. After which, there were 3 more selection rounds, and I received training for more than 8 months. So I was receiving my own skill-specific training for more than 8 to 10 hours a day, and I was exercising, I was controlling my diet. I was also sent to a lot of different countries for training, like Abu Dhabi, Italy, Russia. So, and they say that the training for World Skills is equal to 4 years of industry experience. Now what happens is people receive education in their particular fields, but when they go out in the industry, they don't really know how to do their job right, or what the industry demands, or what are the specific requirements that the client is asking for. And this competition is a very good platform to understand that, to help promote skills in general, and just spread the awareness about the power of skills. Now, my skill was graphic design technology, which deals with branding, editorial, publishing, advertising, and a lot of other things. The competition goes on for 4 days, where you have 6 hours of modules per day. And within that time, you're just sitting in your workspace, and you can't really talk to anyone. You're given the test projects on the day itself. You don't really know anything about the brief before that. So it's really intense. There are more than 60 countries participating in the competition, and it's not just my skill, but there are over 55 different skills. There are creative skills like graphic design technology, 3D game art, jewelry, floristry, and there are tech-related skills like mobile robotics, mechatronics, web technology. You have also service-related skills like beauty therapy, cooking, patisserie, and confectionery. And as you can see, this is the Indian team, and each of them were the best at what they did, and they were representing their country at the World Skills competition. So back in 11th and 12th standard, when I decided that I wanted to pick design as my career, that was one of the biggest steps of my life that I had taken. I was really interested in arts back then, but I didn't really know about the options that existed outside of engineering or becoming a doctor or a teacher. In India, we don't really get to know about all those things, especially 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't really know there was a scope for design. So, I mean, I was right in your shoes to all the school students who are here. I was at that crossroads. And in my head, I just didn't want to pick up something that I didn't like, because I knew I wouldn't be having fun with what I pick otherwise. So I took a stand then, and I told my parents that I'm not going to do engineering, which was the first option they were giving me, since I was doing okay with maths and science, and I mean, that was the only route that any of us could see. And I started digging around a lot about what are the other options that I had, what I could do with my life. And so back then I thought picking design was a really courageous step and it was a really bold step. But when I went to this competition, I saw there are hundreds of others like me who sort of picked these unconventional career options, and they're a huge success in that. So, I mean, back then when people used to tell me, okay, be realistic, where are you going to go with arts? What are you going to draw? Are you going to keep doodling all your life? It's not going to work out. But, and I didn't really have this competition or a lot of people to tell me that it could be a success. So, I mean, you can be realistic, but there'll be no magic with that. So I would suggest that all of you keep searching for something that, you can find the excitement in, that you're really passionate about, because when you do, it's all worth it. Work doesn't feel like work. You enjoy every little bit of the time that you're spending doing what you love. So now, so like I spoke about the selection process, there was regionals, there was nationals, and somehow I was just getting by. In the regionals, I stood second. In the nationals, I was the silver medalist. I lost to the same guy who had defeated me in the regional round. So luckily, both of us were selected for the training round because they wanted to see how well we do under training, how well we pick up, and how fast we learn under the guidance of an expert. So I also lost the first selection round, which was for a friendly competition in Australia. Now, at this point, it was really easy for me to give up. I was almost about to. I mean, I had already graduated, and I had put everything on a standstill. I was not working. I was just training for this, and I thought, I'm failing at it anyway. Might as well just start a job, and I can start earning, and I can pick up the easy route. And I was blaming everything except me. I was blaming the system. I said the marking criteria is very bad. It doesn't make sense. They're not being fair to me, and I was blaming a lot of different people, a lot of different things. But my parents told me, and a lot of friends told me at that point, you're really lucky to be here. You've been given this opportunity, and if you just waste it, you're going to regret it later. So I picked up pace. I started working really hard for that competition. I was demotivated, but I thought I might as well do it. So again, I think luckily, or because I worked hard, I won the next 2 selection rounds after this. And that was when I got selected to represent India. Now this was huge news to me. I mean, I was happy. I was beyond this world. And then I went for these friendly competitions outside. The first one was in Russia, and I went for their nationals. And then I saw the other competitors from different countries. There were competitors from Russia, from Germany, from Singapore. I mean, looking at them, I was scared again. Like I thought I'd already jumped past a huge hurdle by defeating the gold medalist from India. But when I went there, I was so scared. Because every step of the way, there's going to be people who have more experience, more training. They're going to be your competition, and you're going to be scared. So I went through those friendly competitions. I won a few of them. That gave me some confidence. I went to the final thing. There were more than 35 competitors who are the best in their country. So even at that point, I just said, let me focus on myself. Let's get this one step at a time. That was what I did during the selection rounds. It was like, okay, let me get the second selection through. Let me get the third selection through. Let me get over this friendly competition. Let me get the world skills over with. Let me get this TED talk over with, because I'm really scared to be standing here today speaking to all of you. So just take it one step at a time, and it's going to be fine. I mean, I think I did okay. So in the end, I would just like to say that I hope all of you have the courage to really find what you're passionate about, to love the work that you're going to do later, and to be given the same opportunities that I received, and to feel as proud as I do standing here today in front of you. Thank you so much.